Cho-Sang. Cho-Sang is a really good form. I hope you guys like it as much as we do. One of the things you need to work on this is your technique. It's not hard to do Cho-Sang. There's not a lot of really physically hard moves, but there's a lot of technique involved. We're going to show it to you one time first, and then we'll go through the individual sections. So Nolan and Henry will perform for us. You may begin. Really good. Great job if you followed along. We're going to go ahead and teach you that so you can do just as good as these guys. All right, the first thing we do in Cho-Sang is we add an additional bow. So we're going to go ahead with the traditional bow. And then after that, we add a bow that is Cho-Sang specific. What we're going to do is turn your hands forward and slap. Bring your arms around. You want to have a right hand in a fist, your left hand straight. Across, and you're going to come down and bow. And you're going to step back out with your foot. So let's do both those bows in a row. Regular bow. Cho-Sang. Okay, you'll notice, will you go ahead and stick your hands right here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you see how he's got his hands straight across and he's got his hand in a nice fist? I want to see that. And as he bows, he does not run into his hand. His whole body will just bend at the waist. Very nice. So that's something you want to be paying attention to as you do this bow. All right, one more time we'll do the bow and then we'll continue on. All right, now we're going to do a shoot-a block to our left. Regular shoot-a block, your left foot will go in and you're going to step into your shoot-a block. The tricky part here is we're going to do a front punch. Reverse punch with our right hand. At the same time, our left hand pulls in. With a ridge hand, you just want to come across right into perhaps between your chest and your shoulder and give it some good noise. That's a creative thing. You're not actually striking anything. So let's watch these guys do that. Do the punch real time. Nice. Can you see how they did that? And they've got the good motion going on there? That's what you want to see. We're going to go on and do the same thing to this direction. To do that, you watch this footing. All right, next move, including the shoot-a block, and punch. Nice. See how they've got a good pivot in this stance. Both of them are pivoted. They've got their heel off the ground. The punch is straight where it needs to be, right at the solar plexus. And they've hit really hard and made some good noise there. All right, we're going to do the same thing to the front. Okay, step in and step forward. Punch. Very nice. We're doing this to 4 directions. We're going to do it to the back now. Same thing. Good. Go on. All right, we're going to work on that section for just a moment. I know that's tricky for a lot of people. Try and do it this speed with these young men. All right, maybe. With no bow, just the moves.
Yes, ma'am.
Begin. Very good. Go on. Another time.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on. All right, good job. I hope you're following along. It should get to be that easy for you. If it's not now, don't worry about it. We're going to do it one more time together. All right, maybe? Begin. Very nice. Stay right, Go back to that motion where you're at. We're going to do the next move. To do this, you're going to watch their back foot. It's got to turn around into a forward stance this direction. There is a forward stance this way. Do not skip this motion. So we're going to do it really slow. Go to that first forward stance, moving back your left foot. Okay, we're going to do a downward deflecting block, which they wanted to do without me saying. Very nice. you'll block right at this moment, and then you're going to pivot or turn your body into another forward stance, forward with another chop. Okay, now look how their other hand went straight down from here all the way around. That is a guard. He is just blocking from a strike to his head. It doesn't need, that's not the focus here. I want the chop to be here. This is, you can even consider this, sometimes we say we're guarding against the sun. I don't need this to be a strong motion. You're just pulling it up. It's not like an upward block. All right, let's go back to that last punch. Okay, do it slowly. First forward stance. Be following along, please. Second forward stance. Very nice. Let's do it one more time. Back to that same spot. Okay, forward stance. Freeze there. Check yourself. Make sure you actually are in a forward stance. You should have your back leg straight. Your front leg should be bent. Your block should be past your knee. Should not be out here. Don't be wimpy. All right, keep going. Next move. Nice. It feels like the same move. All right, now we're going to do it real time. So get to that spot, and we're just going to go through the forward stance all the way to the second forward stance. Begin. That's what it should feel like. Try and do it that way. All right, back to that spot. And one more time. All right, the next part of this section includes a front thrust kick, and then you land and you step behind. So watch how this footwork works. Go ahead, Henry. Look how he steps behind. Very nice. And go ahead, after that, he's going to throw an outward block. Good. Go ahead. Nice. This should be a little easier than some of the other stuff we've done, but the hard part is to get that foot behind and get yourself balanced right. And watch your balance. Don't be wiggly. Make sure you've got some good, tight core control here. All right, go back to the same spot that we were at with the punch. Okay, we're going to do the one move, all in one. The forward stances, all in one move. Go, chop, chop. Nice. Okay, front thrust kick, step behind, and outward block. Very nice. I like that. All right, we're going to let you guys do it 2 more times at your own speed, so get back to that punch.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Begin. Good. Back up. And begin. Very nice. All right, from here we're going to do the exact same thing, just to the other side. The front step is the only change. So you're going to step into a forward stance. Remember how we went through 2 forward stances? You have 2 forward stances again. All right, Nolan, your turn. Forward stance for the first one. Almost.
Step forward?
Yes.
Okay. So.
All right, very nice. Well done. All right, Henry. Very nice. All right, do you see how you're doing that? You're all tied up. So Noel tried to be tricky and step the other way. It actually is harder, right?
Yeah.
He knew it. When you go slow, sometimes you kind of do it the hard way. I want you to step forward and get into a nice solid forward stance before you turn. All right, let's go back up to where you're twisty. All right, step to the first forward stance with a chop. Make sure you're there. All right, turn and chop. Good. We know what's coming. Front thrust kick, step behind, and outward block. Very good. And make sure you have a good ready hand here. You want to make sure you got all the way through. Very good. All right, back to that same spot where we're in the first twist. Amazing. All right, chop, chop, kick, and block. Very good. We're going to do it one more time because this is the other side. So back to the twist again. And chop, chop, kick, and block. Very good. All right, all the way up. Let's add those parts together.
Yes, ma'am.
We've done quite a bit. Hopefully it's sinking in a little bit. We're going to start at the very beginning. Let's include the bow this time.
Yes,
Remind
ma'am.
me what that is. All right, you may? You may begin. Very nice. Awesome. Okay, this part might be a little tricky for you. If you need to, just practice it over and over. That's why we do these videos. All right, from here, we're going to do the same shooter block punch all the way back 3 times. So from here, you're kind of twisty. You're just going to set down, you move your foot out, and start with a shooter block. Okay? This one's not as tricky, but don't make it harder than you need to. Step in with the shooter block. All right, so shooter block, punch. Shooter block, punch. Shooter block, punch. Very nice. Back up. You get to the second twist where we just ended. Just that section, please. Begin. Go on. All right, back to the second twist. Try and follow along at their pace. Do you hear how it's kind of almost rhythmic? Let's see if you guys can do that. All right, begin. Very good. All right, one more time. Back up to that twist. Begin. Freeze. All right, from here, we're going to continue on. You're going to do a kick. And then when you set down, it's kind of hard to see from that angle, but they're going to have their hands in a cross. All right, kick, and then set down. Very nice. And they held it up a little high so you can see. I really appreciate that. Go ahead and put it down a little where you would normally have it. All right, very nice. From here, we're going to step out into the biggest forward stance that you can do without being silly. So you're going to step into a really big forward stance to an angle. So not straight back, not straight to the side. You can go ahead and use your hands if you want. And at the same time, you're going to do a ridge hand with your top hand, which means make sure your thumb's tucked in, and a chop with your bottom hand. Make sure you're chopping. You want to make sure, can you see how Nolan has it past his leg? He's actually blocked the way you should normally block. And his strike is hard and strong up top. All right, now you're going to, after that, stand back up together. See what your hands do, just what you were thinking, and strike. The opposite side. Very nice. All right, go on. We're going to start from just after you've done the shooter blocks and the punches. So you should be here. Get there. We've just done the 3 shooter block punches all the way on the way back. Okay, let's do that section that we've just worked on. The
Yes,
kicks
ma'am.
and both strikes.
Yes, ma'am.
You may begin. Come on. All right. You're doing really well. I know this may not stick the first time through. That's okay. Just follow along as best you can, and we'll get there. All right. That same part, let's do that one more time, and then freeze it in the end, and we'll add.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, begin. All right. From here, you get to do more chops. Now watch as they do it. They're going to chop low, and then ridge hand strike high. For that ridge hand, I would love to see you strike a little higher than you would for normal. You will be down kind of low enough. It'll feel like you're striking too high, but imagine somebody a little taller than you are. All right, you may begin. So chops, ridge hands. Very good. Now we're going to do a press. Begin the press. See how they're stepping down into a really good stance? I'm going to do the same thing. You guys can just freeze for a sec. What I want to see is that your knee is straight down and that this leg, your knee is above your heel. Please do not do anything where you're going to damage your knee. So just sit down like you would normally. Your press is going out like this, pressing out, just like we do in our bows with the triangle. Imagine the mind, body, and spirit. I want you to continue that motion in this form. All right, now we're going to do some chops. Very good. And then stand up. Don't actually do any moves. They're standing up and ready for a shooter block. We're going to get that far because I want you to do that part very strong and nice. All right, so back to the punch, right before the kick.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you know where we're at? We're at the punch. We've done 3 shooter blocks and 3 punches. All right, all the way to the stand up that we just got to.
Yes, ma'am.
You may begin. Very good. Nice! This is a little tricky. It's It's different than the forms we do. You guys are doing a good job. All right, back to that same punch.
Yes, ma'am.
And begin. All right, one last time and then we will go on, I promise you. All right, back to that same spot. You may begin. I promise they'd go on. They want to. All right, do a shoot a block punch just like we've been doing. One shoot a block, one punch. This time there was only one. All right, from here, I'm going to demonstrate it and then I want you to do it with them. You've just done a shoot a block, punch. From here, you're going to suck your hands into your waist. Slide your foot up and then shoot your hands up into a really nice X block and then do the beginning of the bow we did at the beginning of the form. No bow, but your hands will do the same motion. All right, just to that almost bow.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Begin. Oh, and you can put your hands together. That much. Just don't bow your body. All right, very nice. Now they're going to turn around and do the same press. You're going to move your back leg, well, your left leg. Go ahead and get to the press, please. Nice. Can you see how they've sat down in a good knee position where their leg is not out funny? This one's the hard one when you're turning around backwards. All right, chops. This matches the back. Stand up for the shoot a block punch, just like we did it facing back. And the X, just like we did facing back. Nice. And then the almost bow. But you get to bow this time with a bow. All right, and then do the traditional bow on the outside. All right, a lot of what we just did to the front, went over really quickly because we did it once to the back. So we're going to go over that several times. I want you to make sure you're following along and make sure you include that traditional Tonra no bow at the end.
Yes,
All right, thank you, boys. Will you face the back from that same punch where we're going to do the kick? We'll do that whole last section.
Yes, ma'am.
So other leg, Henry. So you know where we're at? Okay.
Yes.
I hope you guys are where we're at. I wasn't very clear. Make sure you do your 3 shoot a block punches and then you're frozen here. All right, to the end of the form, please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You may begin. Very nice. I really like their timing. If you're working on this at home and following along, it's a really good timing to copy. So, you know, go with a good example and see if you can do that good. All right, same position, please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Begin. Awesome. You guys are doing a great job. We're going to let you do the entire form. I know you've been waiting and wanting to do the whole thing. We'll do the whole thing 2 times through at a teaching speed. Follow along. Work on your technique. Think about if you're in a nice back stance for that. Make sure you pivot and your whole hips go forward with the punches. Your front thrust kick should be fully extended. Make sure you've got your toes are pulled back. So as you're doing this form, I'm going to talk through some things to be watching for in these 2 teaching paced forms. And then after that, we'll let them do it at their pace, how they want to do it, and see if you guys can keep up with them. All right, you read the entire form, please. I will talk. Don't be distracted. Just keep going.
Yes, ma'am.
You may begin. All right, do you see how they did those bows really strong and tall? Their hands went all the way. They're looking forward for the bow. Make sure you pop your heel up for those pivots. 2 forward stances. Really extend that kick. Make sure you got 2 forward stances. Extend those kicks. Okay, watch your timing here. Make sure your timing is nice. Extend those hands. Do not have wimpy, short hands on this. This is a good time for some of your own creativity. That press can be a really dynamic part of your form. Watch your balance as you turn. And really extend that X block. Very nice. All right, let's do it another time.
Yes, ma'am.
You may begin. All right, I'm going to try and pick on some different things this time for you to work on. All right, watch your targets on this. Make sure you clear your head for every Shudo block. Make sure your punches are right in the center of your solar plexus. These blocks, make sure they clear your head. Outward blocks should always clear your head. Again, watch your targets here. All right, good chops. Nice, fully extended moves for all of this. When you stand up, really get your balance before you go on and do your Shudo block. All right, nice job. I think you guys are doing great. These guys are doing great. Let's let them do it one time at their own speed, the one that they choose, and try and follow along and see how well you can do. You may begin. Awesome job, guys. Amazing. Watch this video, see if you can get some just tips and tricks out of that, and good luck on your Cho-Sang.